Now, Mike Patton was in a band before he was in Faith No More called Mr. Bungle. Yeah. Right. Then he joined Faith No More, and the powers that be at MTV cut his head off when he became the MTV poster boy and kept it at the MTV offices. Now the reason they did that is so that he couldn't go out and use it for anything else. So then when he started going out and doing shows with Mr. Bungle, and as a result of this Faith No More fame and him being the MTV poster boy, Mr. Bungle all of a sudden got huge and had thousands of people at their shows that they never used. They used to play to dozens of people, now they're playing to thousands because of the MTV, headless MTV poster boy. Okay. So Mike would wear a mask so no one could see that he did not have a head at the shows. And nonetheless, people would go anyway because they were big fans of the MTV poster boy and they wanted to go and see him. Okay. Girls wanted to sleep with him, guys wanted to sleep, you know. He was all over it, as they say. So anyway, Mr. Bungle was big fans of the Melvins. This was like, fuck, I don't know, 25 years ago. It was a while ago, you know. And I don't know, 22. Anyway, so they would ask us to come and play shows with them. This was at a time when they were at their height. You know, they're doing thousands of people at their shows. Okay. So, as much as the MTV poster boy crowd, the baby rockers, as we called them, loved the MTV poster boy, as much as they loved him, they hated us. And they made sure that we knew that at every show. Now, it's been said at some of those shows that we were booed on stage, and I say that's bullshit. We were booed as we went on stage, not just off stage. On stage, as we went on the stage, and as we left the stage. Booed constantly. By an audience of people who wished nothing more than to watch me have my head explode so the MTV poster boy could come out there all the sooner. But nonetheless, we would play our set and get through it, and then they would play. And anyway, there's this one particular show that I'm going to talk about in depth, which was a show that we played in Anaheim. You guys know where Anaheim is? Woo! Okay. Disneyland. Do you guys have Disney Midwest yet? No. That's not in South Dakota? No. Unfortunately. Anyway, we're playing in Anaheim, and we're playing at a venue that has us playing in the round. Now, you guys know what that means. That means the audience is all around you, which really meant for us that no matter where we stared, we were staring down the barrel of hatred. Brutal. Now, this night in particular was just fucking brutal. It was just brutal. They just really fucking hated us. Just beyond hating. Shit flying everywhere. Fuck you. And that was 10 minutes before we played, you know. It was horrendous. It was just horrendous. But whatever. I mean, I mean, that's just how it goes. You're opening for bands, and sometimes that's how it goes. And you know, the weird thing is that the band, the audience doesn't really get that the band, the headlining band, wants this band there. They like this band or whatever. You know, and generally, I mean, the headlining band has some control over who plays with them. I mean, you know, you're not going to just have faceless crap bands that you don't like. You know, so and it never occurs to the audience that it might piss off the headlining band somewhat, that their audience is hating a band that they like. So anyway, so this particular night, that's exactly what happened. And I go backstage after we're done, and Patton's sitting there in the backstage area. God damn, that was fucking bullshit. These fucking assholes. Fuck, I just pissed. Okay, so it has a set list. It tears the set list into pieces. All the set list, throws them down. Gets paper and writes new set lists. And all the set list says on it is, tonight they will pay. That's it. Tonight they will pay. Writes out a set for everybody, gives it to the band. Okay, tonight they will pay. All right. And pay they did. So I go, I'm going to stick around for this show. This I got to see. So I'm not leaving early for this one. I'm going to check this one out top to bottom. This should be good. You know? So they proceeded to go out there and do, I would say, approximately 50 straight minutes of nothing but white noise. Yeah. It literally sounded like amplified motocross. And the audience is just standing there taking it because they want to like it. Because it's the MTV poster boy. And they're just taking it and taking it and taking it. And just, maybe I'm supposed to like it, but it's really, you know, just sounds like a vacuum cleaner, you know. And it just, you know, after the first half hour, I was like, this is fucking amazing, you know? These guys are not fucking kidding. And the audience is totally not getting that this is, you know, intentional. You know? They don't know what is going on, and, you know, Mr. Bungle's kind of a weird man, but even that was weird for them, you know, and at about the 50-minute point, Patton's standing front and center with the mask on. Nobody, you know, I could tell who it was, obviously. Drops his pants, standing there nude, from the waist down, takes his giant, like, baby eyedropper thing, turns, shoves it up his ass, squeezes it into his ass, pulls it out, turns around, and fires it about 7 feet into the audience. I'm not kidding. And you know, some of those baby rockers had their mouths open. Guarantee it. Not a word the next day in the press or at all. Nothing. No rock star shits into audience story, which seemed like it would be a story. The only thing I can think of is that the journalists who were sent to cover the show were long gone by the 50-minute point, probably. As I would have been. And at that moment I knew Mike Patton was one of my all-time heroes. And you know why? Because I don't know about you, but I've never had anyone defend me like that. That was great. Now the capper to that was that I played in San Francisco on this tour before this show, and Patton was at the show. And so I told the audience, I'm going to either tell a Mike Patton story or an Iggy Pop story. And woo! So I knew he was there, so I told the Iggy Pop story, you know. And some people that I know that were there, that were around him, said that when I said that, he just shrank. Oh, God. Oh, God. Because believe me, there's a lot worse shit that I could tell about him. A lot worse. And that's nothing. That's amateur hour, you know. Anyway, so after the show, he comes up to me and goes, which story were you going to tell? Which story were you going to tell? Not were you going to tell the story. No, it's which story along those lines. And so I told him, and he goes, I didn't do that. And I go, yeah, you did. Think about it. He's like, oh, I did do that. so when you think about it, it's like he has done so much of that stuff that he didn't remember shitting into the audience. It's like, if I'd have done that, believe me, I would know what he was talking about immediately. Oh yeah, when I shit into the audience. Yeah, you're right.
Did they do an encore?
What was that?
Did they do an encore that night?
They do an encore after that?
Yeah.
Actually, they sang "Happy Birthday" at the end of that. True. True story. So even he admitted it. So anyway, I thought that was pretty good. You like my story about Mike? Yeah.